Welcome again, guys. So today I'm going to be teaching you something on Excel called the flash fill, and what this does is it populates your entire table with information that you already have there without repeating it a lot. Okay, so basically what you get to do is that you would get to fill in your first name. You're taking information from the first, that's from the email side of your table, and you're going to be filling it into the first name, the last name, and the domain name. So for the first name, you're going to have like Abe, and then Deborah, and the domain name is going to be no one tulip. So let's see how that works. So normally what you're going to do, is you get to type it out yourself, right? So you type in your Abe, you type your Deborah, and you type in your no one tulip, and then you go down and you type again as normal, and you're going to type in your Abimbola, and then your Habas, yeah, your Abimbola. You see, doing this means you're susceptible to making mistakes, and you may not be able to tell what mistake you're making because you're focused on typing, and you may also not be able to catch up this mistake. Another thing is, imagine if you had more than 10 data points to do this on. Maybe you have 200 or 1,000 data points, and then you have to start typing them out like this. That would be tedious, overwhelming, and really stressful, and I don't think anybody wants to ever go through that. So what I'm trying to do is I'm going to teach you an easier way to just populate the cells or the table without typing them in like this. So I'm going to delete what I've done currently, and then I'm going to show you how you can use flash fill to populate your table without the stress of typing. So with flash fill, what you do is you get to populate your first cell, that's the first name, last name, and the domain name of the very first cell, the very first line there. So Abe gets in, and then you have Deborah, and then your domain name is no one tulip. So after that, what you get to do after you've populated that first cell is you see the square, the tiny square button right there that changes my cursor from a big huge cross to a smaller cross. Yeah, you just tap on it and then you drag down, and it brings in Abe, Abe, Abe. That's a repetition, but you see a kind of like a small box by the side. Yes, you click on it and you see flash fill, sorry, and then you click on that, and that gives you the right names. So you do the same thing on the other cells. You get to drag down, and after dragging down you click on the side, on the drop down of the side box right there, and you click on flash fill, and you get that done. There's also another way to do this, an easier way that makes it even simpler than dragging and looking for the small box. So I'm going to just delete my entire data, filled in data, and I'm going to leave the first three because I mean we are working with that data, that information. So now this second data, all you have to do is to use Control E. So you just type in Control E and you get your data done. So let's see how that goes. So now that you have your Abe, Deborah, and no one to leap, all you have to do is go to the next cell right under Abe, and you click on Control E, and it's going to populate the entire table itself, or the entire cells underneath Abe by itself. So let's see how that goes. Control E, and watch it populate. That's it. So really easy. You didn't have to drag and drop or anything. You do the same thing for last name and the same thing for domain name, and you have that. Isn't this great? It's like so easy, so quick, less stress. You're not overwhelmed. You just have that going for you. You can also do this on a concatenate kind of pattern of filling in your data. What I mean by that is if you're trying to join the data together, you could just use the same pattern to make it easy for yourself, but remember, it has to be similar. So what I'm talking about is, if I am going to be going with something called, let's say I am Abe Deborah, in no one tulip, something like that. Let me just show you how that's done. Okay, so concat. So concat means joining together, so that's just what it means in Excel. So this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so my name is Abe, comma Deborah. Okay, and full stop. um in I am in no one tulip, right? Okay, so once you have that, all you have to do is go to the cell below that, and you click on your Control E, and it populates it with the appropriate or the right information that you already have before stored previously. So basically, this is how you easily fill in your data into your cell, into your table, using flash fill. Thank you very much for watching.